guys, welcome in or welcome back, where I'm back in my shitty sedan. We're going to be talking about in this video why everything is just so damn funny in Mexico. And a lot of people might have, if you're at least in Southern California, maybe you have a little bit of an inclination on where I'm going with this video. But everything in Mexico, it seems like, is funny, loud and funny. And I'm going to try to break it down. I'm going to try to give you a couple incidences that I can reference to kind of paint you a picture of what I mean by this. So the other day I was coming home from work. It was late. It was probably around midnight on a weeknight. I was coming into the border, starting to get that hungry, right? It's getting late. It's midnight. So I start trying to figure out, where can I eat? There's only a few spots down here that are 24 hours or that stay open past midnight. So of course, I pull into Taco Nazi, Tijuanzo, and I'm kind of thinking, I'm like, I've been kind of eating a lot of beef, and it's midnight. Do I really want to stuff my mouth with a half pound of beef so it can just sit there and rot in my colon and stomach all night? And just, I'm thinking, I need to maybe get something a little bit lighter. So, long story short, I order a vegetarian burrito. And immediately, I see the guy put it, he puts it on his little iPad or whatever. I see the cooks print out the ticket, and they basically start gossiping and talking crap and just laughing hysterically about this burrito I ordered. And I mean, I kind of get it. I mean, you go into a steak place and the guy orders a vegetarian burrito. So, I mean, it wasn't unheard of, but the amount of how funny it was, I almost started laughing. I literally almost started laughing at myself on the fact that I ordered a vegetarian burrito at this predominantly beef spot. So I ended up getting a beef taco after, never ordering that burrito again. So that was one main incident that I found just hilarious. I mean, I've never seen somebody laugh as hysterically at an order as much as the line cooks laughed at this burrito. But that was one story. I want to give you another story. I was driving down the Tijuana Libre. I was coming from Rosarito across the border to meet up with old Bojo. And I did something. I can't remember what I did. I either cut somebody off, or I was driving, I was weaving or something. So the motorcycle cop pulls me over. And, he walks up to my car and he's like, blah, 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 blah. I don't even remember what it was. But he basically started kind of asking me for a tip, a propina. All right, where's my tip? Where's my tip? He had kind of broken English asking me, where's my tip? I said, dude, I showed him my Chase account. It has nothing in it. I mean, I don't keep dollars anymore in this day and age. So he looks in my account. I show him my account on my phone. I said, bro, I'm broke. I was like, I'm looking, I'm broke or whatever. And he kind of got the vibe that, it was probably a little bit more hassle than it was worth. So he starts kind of proceeding to kind of letting me go, per se. He kind of sits there and plays on his walkie-talkie or whatever for a minute. And he said, all right, just go. So immediately I called a Bogo. I immediately get on the phone and call Bogo, and I said, hey, I was like, I just got pulled over down here, just out of that pure manic panic that I was experiencing, where I needed to talk to somebody or something. And sure enough, the damn cop sees me on my phone no less than 5 minutes later. Of course, my adrenaline's pumping already, and then I'm like, oh my God, I got pulled over by the same cop. And he walks up to the car and he goes, dude, what the hell? And I'm like, I'm sorry. So I thought that was going to be it. Is that the end of the story? No, he literally starts laughing hysterically. Okay, that's where the story, and I'm like looking at him, I'm like, he's just like laughing and laughing and laughing. And, it was just, it wasn't that he was laughing. He was hysterically laughing. Do you see my point? So everything in Mexico is loud and funny, okay? If you go into a public place, everybody's laughing, everybody's having a good time. And I think the reason that is because down here, there's not a lot of stress, even for the local people. And I'm sure, people get bad news, people get, bad things that happen. But generally speaking, people are generally just having a good time. People are laughing. And if you're not laughing, they're laughing at you, basically. If you're in the room and you're not laughing, they're basically gonna start talking crap about you. And if you don't laugh, it'll just continue. Okay, I see this in the gym all the time. There's this one guy who he always opens his mouth in the steam room or the sauna, and it's always at the worst time. And I'm just like sitting there biting my tongue, going, "Oh no, here we go." And they just immediately start roasting this guy, and he just talks himself into a worse position by not only letting him do it, but basically just responding in all the wrong ways. So, like I said, guys, a lot of people down here, they think things are just hilarious all the time. They think, everything is just hysterically funny. And it's not just that I'm like the white guy in the room. They're talking about all sorts of different things. I mean, I don't know fluent Spanish, but I can a lot of times pick up on what they're saying. And they're just talking about shit that's just, I mean, it's kind of funny, but they think it's hilarious. And I don't know what it is down here, but like this guy right here, look at him. He's busting a U-turn and he's cracking up. He's about to plow into my car. Did you see that smile? I'm gonna see if I can zoom in right here. I mean, this guy literally just pulls around here. He's in a taxi, and you guys saw that. He's like hysterically laughing. I mean, everybody down here thinks everything is funny and hysterically just humorous all the time. And, I don't know what it is, but I don't know. Maybe if you guys drop it in the comments and let me know. I don't know if I can really think of too many stories, because it's like on a day-to-day basis. I mean, I just run into these. Look, now the guy walking past him right now was just looking at him and laughing as well, because I think he saw the guy do it. So it's just like there's this constant just on the brink of hysterical laughter throughout the room. And I used to kind of wonder about this back when I worked in restaurants in Southern California in the kitchen area, because like people were always laughing. Everything was a joke. Everything was funny. And I mean, it is kind of funny, right? It's like, you want to be in a bad mood or you want to be in a good. Look, now this lady right here is talking about the taxi, and she's like, she looks like she's on the verge of laughing. So I don't know, guys. I maybe it's a little bit redundant here, but everybody in Mexico thinks everything is funny. Let me know what you guys think. Talk to you soon. Take care.